Well, who has opportunities? Obviously, there's going to be more room for Scotty to work. I thought over the last 3-4 games, he kind of took a step back in a sense, and the wheels were turning in his head. He was trying to figure out how to get Pascal in the game. And you have RJ that's come in. He's extremely aggressive. IQ comes in. He's aggressive. And he was really trying to find his way. Gary Trent Jr., who is going to get the start tonight, an opportunity for him to see the ball in his hands a bit more, put it through the hoop, just get some rhythm there. But for those 4 guys, I think this is going to be the point in their careers where, right, you take a leap, right? You take a step forward, and the dog days are ahead of us,
yes,
right?
Yes.
And we have to be transparent and candid about that as well. There's going to be some bumps, there's going to be some bruises, but there's joy. You got to find joy in that process, taking it day by day. The team that you see today isn't going to be the team, next year or 2-3 years down the line. Right, these guys are going to learn right now, and that's a big part of, what we wanted, right? The redirection. What many people and Raptors fans and we the North enthusiasts, had battled with over the last year and a half, and almost got frustrated in a sense, and just wanted to know where the club was headed. Well, now you know.
There's a direction. Yep.
There's a direction, but things get worse before it gets better.
Yeah.
And you've got to be on board with that, and. Any team, any good team, and you can look across the East, you can look across the West. Teams are building ground up now, right? You're not buying players anymore. You're building ground up, and it takes steps, it takes patience, and I'm excited for these guys because you're going to get to see their growth, see their development, and a lot of it is going to be hinged on how they develop as well.
Well, that's what it's about, and tonight, especially if you're a Raptor fan, you'll see what is the start of maybe the new era, the new point. And dare I say this, Javon, I'm not so sure everything's all said and done right now because you may see some more moves.
Yeah.
All right. It's time to get the starting lineups. The Miami Heat in town, 24-16, coming off a big win in Brooklyn, an overtime win where Jimmy Butler was once again the guy. Here are the starters for Miami.
Also from Kentucky, a 6'5" guard, number 14, Tyler Hero. And out of Villanova, a 6'5" guard, 6-foot guard, number 7, Kyle Lowry. The head coach of the
As one would expect, a rousing cheer for Kyle Lowry, the guy who helped put a banner up and put rings on fingers in Toronto. And the lights go down, and we're about to get the starters for the Toronto Raptors, and we'll tell you before it comes out, the starting lineup. The Raptors starting lineup is brought to you by your Ontario Subaru dealers. Hurry to your local Subaru dealer and get more out of every kilometer this fall, including more karaoke. Lights down. Everybody's got the torch, the flashlight on their phone to help dramatize the starting intro a little bit more. Toronto trying to get back in the winning column. Tonight's game for the Toronto Raptors marks the halfway point of the season. It'll be 41 down after tonight. And let's see if the Raptors can get a win. The rare home back-to-back. I saw some of the members of the Chicago Bulls walking into the building and heading up to the practice court to get some shots up for tomorrow night. But first, it's Miami. And first, the starters for the Toronto Raptors. Let's go to center court, and Mark Strong will bring them out.
We get it started with We the North, born and bred, bringing the saga to the sticks. It's time for number 9, RJ Barrett. The guard out of Maryland, the Wildcat moving 0 to 100 swiftly. You know who? IQ Emmanuel Columbus, Ohio, rocket number 33. He's tapped in. Get your hands clapping for Gary Trent Jr. And standing 6'8" from Florida State, wearing number 4. Make some noise for your boy, Scotty Barnes. Head coach of the Toronto Raptors is Darko Rajakovic.
All right, the Raptors about to take the floor and take on the Miami Heat. They're all gone, Javon. All those guys that helped bring a ring. Pascal was the last one. Well, Chris Boucher, the last man standing, really. But the 2019 team is a mere memory right now.
It's no more. It's a new day.
Raptors will wear the home red with black trimming, and the Heat in the white with the red and orange. Tom Washington, Robert Hussey, and you couldn't hear the boos, but Ben Taylor received the Bronx cheer from the Toronto fans when he was introduced. The Raptor pounding the big drum out at center court, trying to get the crowd going. Scotty Barnes coming out, locking elbows with everybody on the way in. The young triumvirate, Barnes, quickly, Barrett. And if I'm thinking like my guy Javon Shepard, I take those initials, and that's Bill's barbecue, baby.
Barbecue.
BBQ. We're going to have some Toronto barbecue in the next few years.
See a lot of barbecue.
They better cook it up good. Man, we need to put a patent on that name, man. We make some cash off that. Then again, we got Taddy, so we don't really.
I'm cool with Taddy's money. We got everything we need out of Taddy's pocket.
Adebayo and Barnes jump it up. Miami wins the tip, and they will bring it front court. Nikola Jovic on the bounce. Gets it to Lowry. Miami in the white, moving right to left toward Bay Street. Bam, Adebayo, foul line jumper, no good. Rebound, R.J. Barrett.
Good contest by Porter on the catch of Bam, right on his shoelaces.
Scotty down to the block, hits Porter. Kicks it to Trent, near side, 3 in the air, bang, bang. Down the bottom of the well on a tough challenge by Jovic.
And you know Gary Trent Jr., he's waiting for this opportunity back in the starting lineup, knocking down that first shot. Get yourself a rhythm early.
Tyler Hero, front court, works with an Adebayo screen into the corner. They find Lowry. Dribble up. Foul line jumper in the air, no good. Rebound Barnes. Raptors hustle it front court. They get it to Porter in the lane. Floats it up, no good. Tips it up, no good. Runs down the rebound. Porter up top to Barnes. Scotty guarded by Bam. Stutter dribble inside to Porter. No look pass, and Porter couldn't squeeze it out of bounds.
Well, Scotty put a little bit too much on it, right? Tried to zip it in there. But if Porter has that matchup like he did with Hero on him, you got to just back down right there, right? Be confident, trust your work, trust that you got a size advantage, and take advantage of him.
Front court, Miami. Hero, 3, far side, no good. Rebound knocked away. Porter has it, outlet quickly. Up the near side, right wing. Quickly into the lane, is fouled by Tyler Hero. And he says, review that. What pressure the coaches are under every time there's a foul. One of their best players says review it.
Everybody's signaling. Right? And there's a different level of trust when Kyle Lowry and Jimmy Butler are looking over at Spo to review. You think about it, right? It's when Porter looks over at Darko and says review it, that you just go to the next play. It's not the same as Scotty looking over and trying to get the attention of the coaches to review the play.
Emmanuel quickly will go to the line for Toronto. Well, you talk about that level of trust. I was watching on Martin Luther King Day. Patrick Beverley challenged a shot, and wasn't near the player, and Nick Nurse trusted him, and they got the call their way. Lowry back. Toronto up 5-0 after the quickly free throws. Jimmy Butler. Up top, Tyler Hero. On the drive, Jovic near side has it knocked away, out of bounds. Toronto basketball.
That's a good possession, defensive possession there. Jimmy Butler had to mismatch. You got a double team in the post, and everybody got matched back up, forcing a turnover.
Quickly, front court. Gets it to Barrett, near side, right wing. Up top to Barnes, between the rings. Scotty gets it to Quickly, far side. Deep three, got it down the bottom of the well for IQ. 8-0 Toronto.
Nice action, the ghost screen there and into the flare, and IQ shot ready coming off of that screen.
On the drive, Hero turned away. It'll stay out of bounds with the Heat, but the Raptors standing tall, staunch defensively on the block by Porter. Lowry into the corner. Butler backs down, spins over Barrett, no good. Rebound knocked away. Toronto has it. Miami scoreless. First 2.5 minutes. Quickly, front court. Gets it to Barnes. Down low on Hero. Scotty going to go to work. Drives it, lays it in. 10-0 Toronto. That's some barbecue chicken right there.
Easy money. And quickly recognizing it, Scotty Barnes has the size advantage on Hero. Get him the basketball. He has a small fry on his backside.
Adebayo in the lane, turnaround jumper, got it, the broken circle. Miami on the board at the 9:05 mark, 10-2 Toronto. Quickly, near side, step back, three, no good, long rebound, Barrett runs it down. RJ takes it, kicks it quickly, corner three, bang, bang. Timeout, Eric Spoelstra. Raptors off to a good start. It's 13-2 Toronto.
Not a good start, but a great start. That action there, RJ Barrett coming up with the loose ball, recognizing the offensive rebound, has 3 defenders on him. Emmanuel Quickly on that right side corner, shot ready. Them two have a little chemistry.
Let's take a break. 8:51 first quarter. Raptors 13, Miami 2. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
The Night Country. It takes us one by one.
True Detective, Night Country, an HBO original series. Stream now, only on Crave. Plan starting at $9.99 a month. Subscribe now at crave.ca.
Watch out! Witness hockey's best women in a league of their own.
Ladies, it is no longer impossible. It's a reality. It's a reality.
The historic debut season of the Women's Professional Hockey League on TSN. PWHL lives here.
Alpine News Network is here live with one of our superheroes.
It's a bird. It's a plane. Oh, it's just me helping the city with my super strength. And help is what we did for Dave and Keith. They wanted a new living room, and we're approved for a home renovation loan. I'm invited to their next potluck, and I'm bringing my famous hero dip. I basically just melt a jar of cheese with my super heat vision.
Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Just for license 12616.
There are many peculiar words in the English language. Words like salivigant, peregrinate, nemophilus, peripatetic, and conviviality. Yet, there is no word for getting the most out of winter in your Subaru, thanks to symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive and X-Mode. Until now. We call it unhibernate, as in while your neighbors stay home, you'll be unhibernating all winter in your Subaru. So peregrinate to your local Subaru dealer today, and welcome to Uncommon Winter Confidence.
TSN 1050. Listen anywhere. Stream your favorite shows in your car. Available on Apple CarPlay via the iHeartRadio app. TSN 1050. Everywhere you want it.
13-2. Raptors leading by 11. 8:51 first quarter. A great start, as Javon said, by the Raptors. Paul Jones, Javon Shepard here. Up top to Jim Taddy, Warren Ward. And they've got Josh Lippa up there with them. Andrew Drover keeping us on the air down here. Back at Raptors Central, Owen Hall and Matt Cardadero. So you get the jump, Javon, the initial jump after the trade. Everybody's a little bit invigorated. And let's hope the Raptors can ride this tonight.
Yeah, and they've been active on the defensive side. They forced Miami into jump shots, all jump shots rather, and just being a little bit complacent on the perimeter and having some difficulty with Raptors just switching all those screens.
Jovic down low gets it to Adebayo, and they got the foul called. It'll go on Jonte Porter on the cross screen. Adebayo fighting to the near block, left side. Miami going right to left toward Bay Street, and they got the call on the young man Porter. His brother Michael Porter Jr., NBA champion. Jonte, Missouri kid, and right now he's showing people that he can indeed play. Hero kicks it up top to Lowry. Shot fake, drive into the lane, leans on Trent, backs him off, and gets the bucket. If Gary flops on that one, he might get the call.
Yeah.
Quickly back for Toronto. 13-4, Raptors leading. 8-12 first quarter. Barnes between the rings on Adebayo. Works near side, now gets it to Quickly. Shot fake on Bam. Puts it on the ground, gets into the lane. Goaltend as Adebayo went airborne to block the layup. They said it was on the way down. Give Emmanuel Quickly the 2.
Well, the Raptors are fortunate on that play as well because they had a little miscommunication, was late getting into their set with about 10 seconds left. Scotty and Gary Trent Jr. just out of place on the staggers. Good job by IQ getting to the rim.
Adebayo underneath. Butler shot fake, lays it up. No good, but a late foul called. And it'll go on Jonte Porter again, and that's 2. And they're very thin up front, Javon. Although that being said, if you can find somebody to guard Bam, the size right now is not an issue. I mean, Thad Young could give you some minutes there.
Well, Thad has done it, right? And Darko going to Thad as we speak, checking in. The one thing with Jimmy Butler going to the free throw line, he's somebody that you've got to really just be aware of where he's on the court because he's going to try and get down here. He's going to be gritty. He's going to be tough. He's going to play under the basket. 6th in the NBA in free throw attempts per game. So he's looking to get to the rack. He's looking to draw fouls.
Butler makes free throws. Raptors lead 15-6. 7:40 to go first quarter. They come front court in the red from left to right. Barnes straight away. Now fires a 3. No good. Rebound up in the air, taken down by Butler. So Thad Young is indeed into the ball game. Hero gets it to Jovic. Into the corner to Butler. Guarded by Young. Butler backs in. Kicks it out top. Hero shot fake. Now kicks it back to Butler. Picked up by R.J. Barrett. Butler drives, lays it in, and the foul on R.J. Jimmy Butler, as you said, Javon, not afraid of the smoke.
He's not afraid at all. And you even look at this play right here where the ball moves. Tyler Hero kicks it out to Jimmy Butler, and R.J. Barrett's recovering. He's only at the free throw line, and Jimmy's still attacking. He's not looking to take that three-point shot. So he gets by R.J. at that right elbow, and just gets him on the hip. But he's going to be persistent. He's going to be aggressive. He's not going to let you off the hook when he catches the basketball.
It's a 7-2 run for Miami since Eric Spoelstra's timeout. 15-9 Raptors. We tick towards 7 minutes first quarter. Trent corner 3 on the Quickly kick out. Bang, bang in the bottom of the well for Gary Trent Jr. The Raptors had their worst three-point shooting performance of the year last game, and maybe the third worst this season of any NBA team, and right now 4 of 6 from distance.
Yeah, if Gary's getting those open shots, you're not going to have many nights like those. IQ just really baiting the defense into that right side of the floor where you have the stagger action going on. He penetrates, and everybody's looking at that right side to figure out what's going on. It kicks out to the left where Gary Trent Jr. is ready to spot up.
6:40 first quarter. Raptors up 18-9. Barrett drives and jams it down on Jovic. Take that with you. Take that with you.
Me up.
Take that home with you. 20-9. Raptors by 11. RJ punctuates it. Adebayo back does the same thing. beats Thad Young, goes down the lane for the big jam right side. We exchange haymakers on those two sequences. 20-11, Toronto. Barrett down low on Lowry. RJ going to turn, get into the lane. Lowry reaches in, the foul called, and RJ will go to the line.
Well, the first mistake that Lowry made was allowing RJ to get that second dribble into the paint. But RJ knew, right? I just had a big play, had a big dunk. Get me the rock. I got a small fry on me. I'm going to post him up. Gets right back to it. Gets the ball in that right block and then attacks the middle. Good job baiting Kyle Lowry into the foul.
Well, RJ, that'll be on the highlight shows tonight. I would sing Sports Center, but they'd say never sing on the air because somebody's recording and it's going to come back to haunt you. But I'm waiting for Javon to give the da-da-da, da-da-da. 6:02 first quarter, 21-11. And if there's a fine, we'll get Taddy and Ward to pay it. Say it was them singing.
We'll go Warren this time.
I mean, hey, we might have to wash some dishes. Warren, we might have to wash some dishes if they're taking it from your salary. Jimmy Butler underneath lays that one up and in. 22-13, Raptors by 9, 5:40 to go, first quarter. Trent to Quickly, straight away, drives left side, far wing. Now gets it to Barnes, guarded by Lowry. To Thad Young on the elbow. Scotty walks Kyle down, posts him up, kicks it cross court. Quickly, near side, right wing, shot clock at 3. Drives on Hero, floats it up, no good. Rebound knocked away, it'll be Miami ball. They had the right matchup, Javon. I mean, if there's a guy you want to go at, it's Tyler Hero. Schroeder in, and Barrett out. Jimmy Butler picks up the ball at the hash mark, brings it front court. Gets it to Lowry, back to Butler. Now to Jovic straight away. On the bounce against Thad Young. Young moving the feet. Jovic drives and lays it in. A really tough basket. Quickly back for Toronto. 22-15, Raptors by 7. Quickly up top. Gets it to Trent. Drives into the lane. The floater up and in. Gary sees that first one go down. He's a different player, Javon.
Yeah, you love to see the confidence that he's playing with right now. Hit 2 shots early. And just even on that attack, handling the basketball has a little bit more pop to him. And you know when he has that type of confidence, that floater's dropping.
24-15, Raptors by 9. Butler drives. Scotty Barnes says no. Kitchen's closed right now, buddy. Back comes Quickly. Gets it to Young on the elbow, far side. 4.5 first quarter, Raptors 24-15. Make it 26-15. Thad Young with a beautiful drop-off to a cutting Scotty Barnes who dunks it down.
When Thad plays at that elbow, you know, because he can be a scoring threat as well, he lets the play develop and does a good job just putting the pass on the money. Scotty Barnes just picking it up and elevating.
Hero 3 up top, no good. Rebound knocked away, Quickly has it. Raptors by 11, looking for more. Barnes up top, walks into a 3 and bangs it in the bottom of the well. The lead is 14 for Toronto, 29-15.
Hey, Scotty, they're in transition. Kyle Lowry closing out. But Scotty's at 6'8", right? That's just him in the basket. That's all he sees. Rhythm 3.
Butler, far side, right wing. Kicks it out. Jovic, 3 up top, no good. Long rebound, Thad Young. Outlet to Quickly, up the near side, right wing. On the bounce, IQ between the rings against Martin. Drives, steps back to Trent near side against Lowry. Drives, knocked away, knocked back in bounds. The Raptors get it. Schroeder open corner 3, no good. Had all day, couldn't get it down. Back comes Martin. Gets it to Lowry, steps into a 3, no good. Rebound. Toronto has it. Barnes up the near side, drives at Martin, kicks it to Thad Young into the corner. They swing it. Quickly drives. The floater up, no good. Tipped up by Young, no good. Raptors 2 good looks, couldn't get it down. Butler back for Miami. 2:45 first quarter, 29-15 Toronto. Butler on the bounce, far side, right wing. Miami right to left. Butler backs in on Trent. Double comes, kicks it out. Wide open look for Hero, good. 3 ball for Tyler Hero, and Darko wants a timeout.
Well, on that post up right there, right, as the double team is coming is when Jimmy Butler kicks that ball out to Hero. That's tougher to recover, right, because you're caught in between. The defense has to turn around, not enough time, and an easy tee-up.
2:33 first quarter, 29-18, Raptors by 11. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
What a shot. Tennis hits different down under.
That is absolutely extraordinary.
So don't miss a moment. The Australian Open, January 13th to 28th. Subscribe now at tsn.ca/subscribe.
Hey Raptor fans, what's better than the team winning on the court? A win for the kids and a win for you. When you play the MLSE Foundation 50-50 jackpot, you help communities get kids and youth off the sidelines and onto the court. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. Will you be a winner this season? Only one way to know. Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Whatever the weather, CMC Markets is here to help. Planning for a rainy day? Enjoy $0 commission on U.S. and Canadian share CFDs. Riding out the storm? Get ahead of the curve with lightning-fast execution speeds. Blue skies ahead? Go with the trusted broker backed by over 30 years experience. Switch to CMC Markets and join over 275,000 global traders. Learn more at cmcmarkets.ca. FX spreads apply. CFDs involve a high degree of risk. Member Canadian Investor Protection Fund. Umbrella not included.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel neglected or unloved? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
Making your lousy commute fun. Overdrive with Hayes Noodles and the O-Dog every weekday, 4 to 7 p.m. on TSN 1050.
Back in Toronto, 2:33 to go first quarter, and you know, with everything that's been going on, Javon, don't look now, but the Raptors have had one of the better offensive teams over the last little while, the last game notwithstanding. I mean, they came into last game in 11 games, a little more than, I would say, like a 25% sample size of the season, shooting the three better than anybody else at 41.2%. It failed them and evaded them, eluding them last game, but they've come back. They're 5 of 8 tonight, 10 of 19 from the floor.
It's been a difference maker, and you know what happens when you're knocking down a good percentage? Guys trust that they're going to get the next pass, and you start taking better shots. But they also done a good job just holding the Heat, you know, to a low percentage from the three-point line, one of the better three-point shooting teams in the league, to just 16%.
Schroeder up top. Grady Dick into the ball game. Grady drives, kicks it to Schroeder, far side, three in the air, bang. Dennis Schroeder with the straight right arm and the three, ice in the veins.
That's your favorite.
I love that.
That's your favorite.
That's one of my favorites. That's one of my favorites. Tyler Hero drives, lays it up, no good, under duress from R.J. Barrett. Here comes Toronto. Barrett on the run, gets into the lane, finds Thad Young, spins and lays it in, right down Main Street.
That's a good look again. RJ just being patient in transition, giving up the basketball, getting Thad a really nice look. And the thing with RJ, he's so aggressive that when he passes the basketball, it's going to open up so much more for his offense.
34-18 Raptors. Alonzo Highsmith into the game. Gets it to Adebayo, down low, near block. Backs in on Thad Young. The jumper no good.
That's grown man strength.
Yeah, both of them.
That's grown man strength.
Up top, Schroeder. 119 first quarter. Raptors up 16. Barrett crosses over, spins in the lane, floats it up and in. Tyler Hero, ring the bell. School is in, baby.
That's good. That's nice, because on that spin, he stops with enough time, enough space, and gets a slight lean to get himself a little distance on that floater.
Raptors by 18, doubling the Heat, 36-18. Hero, three up top, no good. Long rebound, Toronto has it. Darko says, get a good one. Schroeder, front court. On the bounce between the rings. Schroeder works near side. On Hero, drives, kicks it to Grady in the corner. Escape dribble, three, good. Down the bottom of the well for Grady Dick. 39-18, Raptors by 21.
Love how Grady caught the basketball, gathered himself a shot fake, got the defense, evaded the defense, and just got a really nice arc under that shot.
Steps into the lane, Grady, and makes the steal. Finds RJ, jams it down. Grady with the spin at midcourt.
The spinneroo.
Grady on spin cycle, and RJ says, dunk you very much. 41-18 Toronto. Adebayo double teamed. Under duress, the three no good at the end of the quarter. The Raptor crowd getting on its feet. The Young Bucks providing a spark. Toronto leading 41-18 after the first lap.
An emotional day, but these guys have come out with energy. They played on the defensive end. It was really nice to see Grady Dick come out, knock down his first shot from three, but also the spinneroo pass in transition.
Well, that first quarter was brought to you by Tangerine Bank, official bank of the Toronto Raptors and their fans. And it was money in the bank for the Raptors. 41-18, Toronto leads after a quarter. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball across the TSN radio network.
TSN takes you courtside for the NBA's biggest moments.
Wow! Incredible!
From the biggest stars.
LeBron! Put it on the poster, Scotty B!
All season long. The NBA lives on TSN.
LG Home Comfort has an unbelievable offer. A free heat pump that heats and cools your home. That's right. You get a pump, you get a pump, and you get a pump. LG Home Comfort is making heat pumps free. Just pay the HST. Normally this would cost thousands, but LG Home Comfort has dropped the price of a heat pump with install to the same price as the rebate. But the guaranteed rebate is ending soon, so call today. 1-855-725-PUMP. That's 1-855-725-PUMP. Or visit lghomecomfort.ca.
You've heard that sound before. A basketball going off the backboard and in. A bank shot. Well, that's actually the sound of a fan winning a Raptors jersey. That's the sound of a fan getting a signed Raptors basketball. And that's a fan scoring tickets to the NBA Finals. With the Tangerine Bank Shot contest, every bank shot the Raptors score this season wins a fan a prize. Enter for a chance to win at tangerine.ca/bankshot. Tangerine, that's forward banking.
Don't brave the winter weather. Stay in and enjoy the Voila magic with our Delivery Pass trial. No commitment and a month of unlimited free deliveries. Just like that. Voila, we deliver Sobeys, Longos, Farm Boy, and more. See terms and conditions at voila.ca.
TSN 1050. Listen anywhere. Stream your favorite shows on your smart speaker. Simply tell your smart speaker to listen to TSN 1050. Everywhere you want it.
Second quarter about to start. Second quarter brought to you by Alpine Credits. Do you own your home and need a loan? Alpine Credits can help. Get approved at alpinecredits.ca. 41-18 Raptors with a 23-point lead, largest of the game. And I remember coming home one night after a great game, and I said to my dad, "Dad, I gave him 30 tonight." He said, "What happened? Did the drugs wear off, or did they finally kick in?" And that's what I'm asking about the Raptors right now. Who are these guys? Miami comes out in a little 2-2-1 press. Schroeder breaks it with the dribble. Guarded by Highsmith up top. Raptors in the red, coming front court, left to right. Schroeder to Thad Young. Back to Schroeder. Into the corner. Grady Dick, three. Got it again. Down the bottom of the well for Grady D.
He's knocked down his first two. You know, now you get him in the zone, right? Enter the midpoint of the zone, kick it out. Schroeder doing a good job. And Grady Dick ready.
Duncan Robinson misses a three near side. Back come the Raptors. 44-18. Schroeder, Young out there with Barrett, Boucher, and Grady. Schroeder up top. Gets it to Barrett on Josh Richardson. Backs him in. RJ into the lane. Fall-away jumper short, but he's fouled. And RJ aggressive. And he's going to get a couple of free throws for his troubles.
He's aggressive now, but I like the balance that he's playing with early on in the game. We've seen him use the pass a bit, open up the game, open up, get a little flow, get his teammates involved, and now you see him turning up that notch offensively, getting himself to the free throw line here.
So RJ, 8 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Knocks down another free throw. So give Mississauga's finest, although some would argue with that. I'd say one of Mississauga's finest, because Mississauga's produced a lot of good ones. He's got 9. Duncan Robinson in the lane. Fall away, no good. Rebound, Adebayo. Kicks it to Highsmith. His 3 balls swatted into the expensive seats by Chris Boucher, who says, the kitchen's not even, it's not that the kitchen's closed. You can't even come in the kitchen.
You can't get in here.
You can't even get in the house to get to the kitchen. And now we've got a foul on Grady against Josh Richardson. Raptors playing on some serious emotion and gas right now, Javon. Side out of bounds, Miami in the white, coming front court right to left toward Bay Street. 10:40 first half. Richardson 3, no good, missed badly. Miami 1 of 10 from distance tonight. Here comes Toronto, front court. Barrett on the dribble, beats Martin into the lane, lays it up, no good. Rebound, Boucher, back up and in. Timeout, Eric Spoelstra.
Chris Boucher playing with energy. The big block. RJ with the attack. He's getting on the offensive rebounds and just using his length, extending, having some conversation with Coach Darko in the middle right now, but you can see the attention to detail. Guys are locked in.
29-point lead for the Raptors. I had to take off shoes and socks to figure that one out. 10:22 first half, 47-18 Toronto. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
Hello, little brother.
Fiona? I didn't know you were coming.
You didn't get my email?
I got the one that said you had a big surprise for me coming.
Oh, Carl, you've got to pay attention to punctuation. Michael, would you read aloud this email on my cell phone?
Cal, big surprise, period. Coming, exclamation point. Call me, period. Fiona.
Oh.
Spence, located in Vaughan, Scarborough, and Mississauga.
We are summer. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Coming soon, North America's largest indoor boat show, the Toronto International Boat Show. Browse, compare, shop, deal. The best place to see boats is the best place to buy them. January 19th to 28th at the Enercare Center.
We are summer. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
The Toronto Boat Show.
Visit TorontoBoatShow.com.
At Toyota, reliable vehicles like the Tundra are built with you in mind. The tough and adventurous, the ones who actually look forward to fishing in winter. Thanks to Tundra's legendary capability, hauling all of your winter essentials and the occasional tale of the one that got away will be a breeze. It's time to reel in adventure. It's time to Toyota. Lease a 2024 Tundra 4x4 Crewmax SR from $175 weekly for 36 months at 7.39% with $5,100 down. Visit shoptoyota.ca or your local Ontario Toyota dealer today.
First up with Korolnik and Koliakovo. Weekday morning 6 till 10 on TSN 1050.
You ain't first, you're last. $10:22, folks. Do not adjust your radio or your listening device or whatever it might be. Toronto 47, Miami 18. Yes, it's a 29-point lead with over 10 minutes to go in the first half. The challenge now, Javon, is to stay aggressive if you're Toronto and make sure this does not get away on you.
Yeah, you can't take your foot off of the gas. And it's funny because I was speaking with assistant coach Caron Butler from Miami Heat earlier. And, you know, this is the first thing he said to me, is that this is one of those games where you hope that your guys come out and play. That the NBA is so transient, you just never know what to expect, right? You got some young guys on the Raptors, that new opportunity, a breath of fresh air. They're going to come out with a punch.
Miami ball, front court. Robinson gets it to Adebayo. Back to Robinson. 3 up top, no good. Rebound tipped up twice, tipped away. Miami comes down with it. Adebayo straight away. Gets it to Richardson. On the dribble, into the lane. Lobs it up to Bam. Misses the lob. Dunk, and back comes Toronto. Schroeder into the corner. Boucher, 3, no good. Rebound Adebayo. Front court. Here comes Miami. Bam on the bounce. Gets it to Robinson. He lobs it up. No good. Gets his rebound and puts it back up and in. (47-20) Toronto. Barrett, 3. Got it far side in the bottom of the well. RJ knocks it out. Raptors lead it 50-20. The lead is 30. Martin up top to Adebayo. Straight away. Now to Robinson. Drives, gets into the lane. And they got the foul on Schroeder. Too bad because Thad Young had stood in and was ready to take the charge.
If you had told me coming into this game, especially after all of the news and everything going on, that it would have been a 30-point game with 9 minutes to go in the second quarter, Jonesy, I would have told you, no chance.
No.
Not happening.
It has been a rather tumultuous day for the Raptors. The trade going down about 1 o'clock, Siakam. But the team is on the floor. Robinson, hook pass, intercepted by Grady Dick. Back comes Toronto. Barrett into the corner. Boucher up top. Grady, shot fake, drive. Hits Porter for 3. Got it in the bottom of the well. Raptors 10 of 14 from distance. 53-20. Raptors by 33. 8.5 second quarter.
That's 4 assists for Grady Dick. Right, you knocked down 2 shots early on the catch, the attack, kicks it out to Porter, and Porter shot ready. Right now, nobody's looking over their shoulder. They know they're playing short man. They know they're going to get to, a couple of 2, 3, 4 minute stretch to play basketball. Even on the catch right there, Porter catches and just gets up right into his jump shot. We always knew he had touch. You knew he could shoot the basketball, but sometimes he was overthinking the game. Not on that one.
Up top, Barrett on the bounce. Drives on Adebayo, gets to the hoop, kicks it out. Porter, 3, bang again. Wee. Bang again. What's the record in this place? 56-20 Toronto. I sound like Warren Ward when he's hot. What's the record in this place? 8 minutes to go. First half, Raptors by 36. Martin drives, floats it up and in. 56-22 Toronto. Schroeder on the bounce, far side. Raptors in red, left to right. Barrett drives, floats it up, blocked by Richardson. Contact, no call. Back comes Martin to a driving Duncan Robertson, lays it in. Timeout, Darko. 7:33. First half, 56-24. Raptors with a 32-point lead. Let's take a break. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
Alpine News Network is here live with one of our superheroes.
People often ask me how fast I am. Oh, 1 sec. I just went to Bali and back. I'm also fast when it comes to helping people. Like when I helped Bill. His company vehicles were being serviced, and I was able to help him with a business loan. He got the transport trucks they needed, and I got to honk the horn. All of them.
Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Just for license 12616.
A big win and a bigger impact. When you play the MLSE Foundation 50-50 jackpot, you support the kids and the future Raptors of tomorrow. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. Will this season include you? The only way to find out is if you play. Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
March 7th. If you are a First Nations individual impacted by a long-term drinking water advisory, your claim must be submitted by March 7th, 2024. You can find out if you are eligible Find support and submit your claim, all by March 7, 2024, and all at firstnationsdrinkingwater.ca.
TSN 1050. Listen anywhere. Stream us on iHeartRadio, the TSN app, or on Apple CarPlay. TSN 1050. Everywhere you want it.
Paul Jones, Javon Shepard, Andrew Drover here. Courtside. Raptors up 56-24, Javon. It's been quite the run.
Yeah, well, they're also just shooting the lights out of the basketball right now. They're plus 30 in that department. And they're also doing a good job on the defensive end of just understanding the rotations, understanding, okay, they're doubling down on Jimmy Butler in the corners when he posts up, and the rotations are crisp there. And, you know, they're switching on the perimeter, but also that 5-man. You have Bam rolling to the basket. They're sticking there. And I thought Thad did a good job in the opening first quarter as well, first quarter and early in the second, of just really stunting on the ball handler in the pick and roll situations, and then getting back to the roller, which didn't allow for Miami to get much out of those possessions.
Well, you'll hear from Jim Taddy, Warren Ward, and Josh Lewenberg at halftime. Josh Lippa up top looking after them. And back at Raptor Central, Owen Hall and Matt Cardadero. Raptors killing it right now. Trent, 3-ball far side, of course. Clean. Big splash in the bottom of the well. 59-24. Darko, you could sit down for a little bit.
Yeah, you can get your Steve Kerr
Just
on.
a little bit.
You get your Steve Kerr on. Just sit down and fold your arms.
Jimmy Butler, far side. On Gary Trent Jr. Drives baseline. Kicks it out into the lane. Thomas Bryant lays it up and in. 59-26. Raptors by 33. Quickly steps back. His jumper short. Rebound Martin. Running it front court. Drive. Lay it up and in. Back-to-back buckets from Miami. 6.5 second quarter. 59-28 Toronto. Quickly. Cross court. Schroeder, 3. Raptors cannot miss. 13 of 18 from 3. Down the bottom of the well for Schroeder.
They can't miss, but they're also playing with so much space and so much time. You know, using those pick and rolls, moving the basketball, and they're going from side to side with the cross-court passes. And these guys have all the time in the day. They're just knocking it down. A lot more spacing on the floor right now, and these guys are really taking advantage of it.
Martin drives, was fouled by Emmanuel Quickly. 62-28. Raptors leading. 6:11 to go, first half. Record for points in a half by the Raptors is, I believe, 80-something. If this thing continues to roll like that, we're going to have to get the PR people dusting off the media guide and get into those pages that you don't use very often. Martin on the line. Taking his time. Second free throw in the air. Good. 62-30. 32-point lead for Toronto. It was as many as 36 at one juncture. Front court, Schroeder. On the bounce. Kicks it to Porter. Lobs to Barnes in the lane. Kick out Trent. Raptors swing it around the horn. Porter drive. Kick out. Trent open 3. Bangs it down. Oh, the ball movement exquisite by Toronto.
Yeah, the ball movement is exquisite, but look at the smiles and the joy when everybody's running back on defense. That possession, everybody touch it. You got to roll, you got to kick out, you got an extra pass, and you got to knock down.
5:43. Jimmy Butler fouled on the drive. I mean, this thing went on the same side. Schroeder, Barnes, Trent, Schroeder, Porter, Schroeder, and then Trent said, okay, I'll finish this. If you want a clinic on drive, kick, swing.
Drive, kick, swing. Extra pass. Knock it down. But how about the touch pass from Scotty Barnes in the paint, which really got it started?
Butler makes one of two free throws. 65-31 Toronto. Offensive foul. They called Scotty on the charge on the pass.
That is an offensive foul.
He looks up at the scoreboard saying, let me get a look here. I don't think so. He was going sideways. That's not an offensive foul. That's a flop. And of course they call flops. Martin up top on the drive into the lane. Porter blocks the shot after bouncing off Martin. Good no call there.
Porter's getting comfortable.
Yeah, he is.
He's getting comfortable. And it's not just in the numbers. Obviously he has 6 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, but it's just his timing and just how active he looks, how engaged he looks.
Front court. Miami throws it away. Back come the Raptors. Barrett in the lane. Kicks it out to Quickly. On the logo at center. Raptors in red moving right to left. Left to right. Barnes drives, reverse layup, up and in.
Tyler too small. He's too small.
Tyler's upset saying, where's the help? But hey man, this is grown man's basketball.
And Emmanuel quickly recognized that right away. Scotty was coming to the basketball. He directed him right back to the post to get this money.
Hero back, banks it in, far side, right wing. 67-33, Raptors by 34. 4:40 to go, first half. Quickly to Porter. Foul line jumper, in and out. Had a good look. Rebound, here comes Hero. Front court. Hero on the bounce. Works left, near side. Back to the right. Shot fake, kicks it out. Butler up top to Hero. Drive, pull up, jumper on the elbow, good.
Yeah, Gary Trent Jr., he relaxed for a second. And at that point, Hero caught the basketball and was already in attack mode.
Quickly, up top. Porter, 3, no good. Rebound, Duncan Robinson. Front court comes Miami. Hero, 3, no good. Rebound, Quickly. Hero attacked. Raptors have numbers. Quickly on the drive. Lay it up and in. 69-35 Toronto. How about the recognition by Emmanuel Quickly? Front court, Miami ball. Martin drives into Barrett, floats it up and in. Raptors leading 69-37. On the bounce. Trent straight away, wide open 3, no good. Raptors cooling, 14 of 21 from distance. Miami 1 of 13. Drive by Hero, no good. Rebound Toronto. Here comes Barrett. On the bounce, into the lane. Floater over Butler, got it. And a foul. They got Thomas Bryant from behind, so RJ's going to go to the line for one more.
RJ gets the bucket, but a good run by everybody. Emmanuel Quickly flattening out the right baseline. Scotty Barnes has Duncan Robinson on his backside there, and RJ has all the time to make a decision and or get up into his floater, which he does, and attracts the foul.
At the line for the Raptors, number 9, RJ Barrett. 1 shot.
One shot to come for RJ. Free throw goes down. He's got 15 to lead all scorers in the ball game. Trent with 14, Quickly with 12. Raptors leading 72-37. Adebayo to Lowry. Drives far side into the lane. Leans in on Quickly. Pushes off. No foul called. Here comes Toronto. Barnes up court. Timeout Toronto. 2:45 first half. Raptors with the timeout, and Darko right to Tom Washington. Notice he didn't go near Ben Taylor.
No, well, I watched him and Ben Taylor have an exchange here before the game, and Darko walked over to Ben Taylor to shake his hand and just say hello and, whatever greeting. And Ben, almost didn't even look him in the eyes and almost brushed him off and just turned his back.
Well,
and Darko was stuck there for a split second, just looking at the back of Ben Taylor. I thought that was I want to call it, that was immature.
Listen, you're an official. You got to have tough skin, and when somebody calls you on your stuff, yeah, the league's gonna have your back. Darko got nicked for $25,000. Mike Brown in his tutorial got nicked for $50,000.
It comes with the territory.
It does. It
comes with the territory.
And you know what? You better do your best to do your job, because you're getting paid handsomely too. And there's a lot of conspiracy theorists out there. You know, is it an accident that the Lakers have the biggest free throw differential of any team this year in any game? Is it an accident that the Lakers shot more free throws than anybody else last year? I don't know if those are rhetorical questions, but somebody can give me what they think. 72-39. Raptors leading it with 2:45 to go, first half. Barrett up top against Adebayo. Drives. Now he's got Hero on the switch. RJ going to go to work. Gets into the lane, puts it up and in, and a foul. Nope. They're going to say the foul was on the ground. RJ saying, no, I gathered that ball. I was on my way to the cup. I was hanging pictures. I was up there. Oh, that should have been continuation.
Continuation. Yep. He was picking the basketball up.
That should have been continuation. He picked it up and was on his way. Raptors inbound. Barnes up top to Young. They get it to Quickly. Knocked away by Highsmith, out of bounds. It'll be Toronto ball. All they needed was to wait a little bit. I thought they would have had Scotty on the lob there on the rip screen, Javon.
Well, they got 6 seconds on the shot clock right now to make a play. Get into IQ's hands and just go downhill, kick out.
Scotty 3, no good. The corner. IQ went by Tyler Hero like he was a statue. Lowry up top. Kicks it into the near corner. Highsmith, ball fake. Gets into the lane, floats it up and in. Haywood Highsmith makes it 72-41.
You want Raptors right now. You got 2 minutes left in this half, and you want to finish strong.
Raptors up 31. Trent into the lane. Jumper. Got it. They're all over Tyler Hero right now. 74-41 Toronto. Lowry in the lane. Underneath, the pass intercepted by Barnes. Scotty on the run. Gets it to Quickly. Up top, IQ gets it to Barnes on Lowry. Scotty down low to Barrett, lays it in.
Great pass.
What a great pass by Scotty Barnes from the mid-post to a cutting RJ Barrett.
And RJ, the awareness, right, working the baseline. He's on that far side, that far block, coming right across as soon as Scotty gets the catch. Scotty's so big, he's so tall, he passes over the defense. Great catch, great finish.
Raptors by 35. Jimmy Butler scores to make it 76-43. Minute 8 to go. First half. Here comes Quickly, front court. Drives Quickly into the lane. Blocked by Highsmith, out of bounds. It hit Quickly while he was on the ground. And it'll go over to Miami. Hero up top. On the bounce. And they've got an offensive foul on Adebayo. 76-43 Toronto by 33. 39 seconds to go, first half. Quickly finds Thad Young, drive in the lane, the righty floater, no good, but Scotty says, I got you. Puts the two back in the machine, and the Raptors lead it 78-43. What a half for Toronto. Lowry into the lane to Butler, kick to Hero. Corner three, no good, rebound. Knocked away. Miami has it. Highsmith to Hero. shot fake, kicks it to Lowry. 3 near side, no good. Rebound back out to Lowry. Beats the buzzer but doesn't get the bucket. And it's a 78-43, 35-point Raptor lead at halftime. Wow.
Wow was right. Wow was absolutely right. And the Miami Heat just haven't come out with any energy, any pop, rather. You would have thought that they traded away their franchise player today. But, you credit the Raptors. It's been an emotional day for them, an emotional day for Coach. But they've come out, they've been disciplined on the defensive end. And I mentioned it earlier, just really tight in their rotations, really having attention to detail on the defensive end. And still, they've held Miami to 1 for 16 from that three-point line. And, that's a big part of Miami's game is that three-point line. So they're taking that away. Miami shooting under 40%. And the Raptors scorching 60% from the floor, 63% from the three-point line, 23 assists on 29 made field goals.
Jim Taddy, Warren Ward, Josh Lewenberg up next. 78-43, Raptors by 35 at half. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
Love meatballs? You could have spaghetti and meatballs, but why have a dish where they're mentioned second, like an afterthought? With 2-for-1 Pizza's new meatball menu, meatballs are the star of the show with dishes like meatball pizza, with meatballs, green peppers, and red onions starting at just $11.99, or their oven-baked meatballs, baked in their classic tomato sauce topped with Italian herbs for just $10.99. Order online at 2for1pizza.com.
When a cop loses her sight, she gains a partner she didn't expect to have. Now, can they work together?
Tell me every detail.
To bring the truth to light. The series premiere of Sight Unseen, Monday at 10 on CTV.
Unhibernate, a verb. To laugh in the face of snow because you drive a Subaru. As in, when I unhibernate, I have the roads all to myself because my Subaru has symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive and others don't. Or, the award-winning safety in my Subaru means I can unhibernate all winter while my neighbors stare longingly from their bedroom windows. Or my favorite usage, I am going to unhibernate this winter by visiting my local Subaru dealer today. Welcome to Uncommon Winter Confidence.
Whatever the weather, CMC Markets is here to help. Planning for a rainy day? Enjoy $0 commission on U.S. and Canadian share CFDs. Riding out the storm? Get ahead of the curve with lightning-fast execution speeds. Blue skies ahead? Go with the trusted broker backed by over 30 years experience. Switch to CMC Markets and join over 275,000 global traders. Learn more at cmcmarkets.ca. FX spreads apply. CFDs involve a high degree of risk. Member Canadian Investor Protection Fund. Umbrella not included.
TSN and TSN Plus are the home of the National Lacrosse League.
Shoot, scores, what a goal!
With every game, all season long.
Look at those moves. Oh my goodness!
NLL lives on TSN and TSN Plus.
Hey, Raptor fans. What would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Navigating the world of post-pandemic new normal can be challenging for any business owner. A professional assessment from Train West Management and Consulting can give you a complete understanding of the competencies necessary for your team to adapt and succeed. Whether you've been affected by layoffs, your team isn't functioning as it should, or your organization just isn't achieving their sales goals, an assessment is the first step before you invest in any training. To learn more about our assessment process, head to trainwest.ca.
Tangerine Raptors basketball is on TSN 1050. The Raptors live here.
6:40 first quarter. Raptors up 18-9. Barrett drives and jams it down on Jovic. Take that with you. Take that with you. Take that home with you. 20-9. Raptors by 11. RJ punctuates it.
And it only got better from there. 78, that is correct, 78-43 for the Raptors over the Heat at the half. Welcome to Raptors at the half. Jim Taddy, Warren Ward, and Josh Lornberg with you live from Scotiabank Arena. Warren, that was flawless. What else could you say?
You said it. You said it best. I don't know. I don't really know where to go. To be honest, I was not expecting. I don't say the Raptors to play that well. I mean, I definitely expected them to shoot the ball better than they did in Boston, 12%, but not 63 and upwards of 70 for the majority of the game, right? They had 23 assists on 29 made field goals. Very impressive. But they looked like a team that has been playing together for a while. They look like a team that had a clear mission and a clear agenda of what they want to do and a game plan. I thought them going small, I thought Miami would have the advantage because they've been able to limit teams getting out in transition. And it seemed as though tonight Miami look like a team that's lost 3 games in a row and not won 3 games in a row. They look completely discombobulated, and the Raptors were able to not only take advantage of that, but they showcased excellent ball movement. And a prime example was the play where Gary Trent had the 3 in the corner. The ball touched everyone else's hands. It actually stayed on the right side of the floor, and it went Jonte Porter down low to Scotty Barnes, back out to Dennis Schroeder, back to Gary, 3-pointer. And I was just like, wow, like this is, and you know, you heard me say that. This is a very impressive display. And I was not saying shocked, but just how the Raptors are playing right now. They don't look like a team that just lost their second best player. Overall, they look like a team that is ready to compete. And this is a good Miami team. For them to score 78 points and a half, I mean, I challenge everyone to go look and see how much Miami's given up in the last 3 games, and then you'll understand how impressive the 78-point half is with a team that has no true center. Jonte Porter is your center right now, and doing a phenomenal job at that, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, listen, all things considered, impressive under the circumstances, and maybe not entirely surprising in the sense that, like, the post-trade bump is real. We saw it when the new guys came in from New York, and there's a long history of it where a team makes a trade, makes a shakeup, and it just lights a fire under everybody. It gets everybody's attention, at least in the short term, those first few games. And the question is whether it's sustainable, and it's not always the case, but at least for now, I mean, the Raptors are playing exceptional basketball. Like, obviously executing well, but it's more than that. Like, they're playing really, really hard on both ends of the floor. And listen, sometimes it's as simple as just saying, okay, well, regression to the mean in terms of the three-point shooting. They hit 4 threes the other night against Boston. They're 14 for 22 tonight, and if they shot even half as well as they are tonight against Boston, they probably win that game. But actually, in this case, not so simple, because it's not just like those shots are going in. I mean, Warren gave a couple of examples there, but the Raptors are moving the ball, sharing the ball, getting really, really good looks. And that's not to say that they haven't missed open looks before, but obviously you are maximizing your luck. You're maximizing your chances of knocking them down when you're generating such great looks offensively. And then, of course, the other end of the floor matters a whole lot as well. And I think the Raptors have been great defensively so far tonight, holding Miami to 1 of 16 from three-point range. That's a pretty significant disparity there, 14 threes versus 1. The Raptors have been on the wrong end of that on many occasions over the last couple of years, so it feels good to be the hot shooting team tonight, I'm sure, if you're the Raptors.
Absolutely, and I think we're going to say the same thing with different words and just go around the circle again.
Basically.
Sports is react and respond, and that's what this is, and this is everybody. I mean, it's not 4 or 5 guys, it's everybody on the floor for the Raptors at any time.
I mean, we've played 9 guys thus far, and you're looking at the contributions in terms of points, effort, energy, it's all there, and Miami is flustered by it. And, you know, they scored 20 points up until almost halfway through the first or second quarter. So Miami, like I said, they looked as though they're a team that isn't in sync, and the Raptors look as though they've been playing with this lineup for quite some time. And as long as that basketball continues to move, Toronto's always going to be in position. Shots are going to make and miss. We hope, it's not 12% and upwards of 63. I mean, they're shooting better from 3 than they are from the field. So the likelihood of that happening every game, very, very unlikely. But for right now, it is working. The only question I have, and we said this before, you know what I'm going to say. I'm a little concerned that if there's one team that could give up a lead like this, at this point, and I see Josh smiling out there too, it is the Raptors. So I hope
not tonight.
I hope for our sake it's not the case tonight. We see Jimmy Butler out there warming up early, so they know exactly. I'm sure they had a pretty quick halftime chat, and they got to come out here and handle business. So we hope the Raptors do not give up the lead. They continue to play with the same sort of force and energy, and I'm sure Darko will go ahead and speak to that.
Well, hopefully the post-trade bump lasts at least another half. I mean, listen, I have yet to meet a professional athlete who doesn't want a bigger role, who doesn't think they deserve a bigger role, and players can sense opportunity. They can feel it. They know that Pascal Siakam is on his way to Indiana. That frees up a lot of shots, a lot of minutes. The players coming back, while Bruce Brown is a solid rotation player, there's nobody that's coming back that's going to fill that gap. So there are a lot of players on this roster right now that are playing for that opportunity, and you can point out a few of them. Surely, I mean, like a big one, Grady Dick coming off the bench. We've heard Darko Rajakovic over the last few weeks talk about, well, there's going to come a time here this season where he's going to be ready or not, he's going to play minutes, and this was the best he's looked in quite some time. I mean, obviously knocking down the 2 shots, the 2 threes helps, but how about 4 assists in 7 minutes? Some really good reads on the defensive end as well. He's one of just a number of guys here, and Warren mentioned from top to bottom, every guy that's played today, they look like players that are playing for something right now.
Josh, thanks very much. Appreciate your work here and prior to the game with all the trade stuff earlier today. Thank you. The Raptors first half stat is brought to you by your Ontario Subaru dealers. Hurry to your local Subaru dealer. Get more out of every kilometer, including more karaoke. So the numbers jump off the page. 23 assists on 29 baskets. Turnovers for points. The Raptors turned the ball over twice. Did not give up a point. Let's see, rebounds per second chance opportunity, 6 for 7 for the Raptors, 5 for 2 for the Heat in the paint. That is the Heat 32-28. Fast break 12-4 for the Raptors, but the biggest number is 78-43 for the Raptors at the half. Let's see what happens in the second half. It is next. This is Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050.
You've heard that sound before. A basketball going off the backboard and in. A bank shot. Well, that's actually the sound of a fan winning a Raptors jersey. That's the sound of a fan getting a signed Raptors basketball. And that's a fan scoring tickets to the NBA Finals. With the Tangerine Bank Shot contest, every bank shot the Raptors score this season wins a fan a prize. Enter for a chance to win at tangerine.ca/bankshot. Tangerine, that's forward banking.
Alpine News Network is here live with one of our superheroes.
Love is in the air. Frank and Marge's daughter is getting married. They want to help with the wedding, but need to organize their finances. With a debt consolidation loan and my telekinesis, I help them consolidate their bills. I promise I won't crash the wedding, but I am free that weekend.
Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved.
Just for license 12616.
Hi, Anthony Longo here. At Longo's, we're always looking to help you save. So we're proud to announce the Longo's semi-annual Buy One, Get One Free event is back until January 17th. When you buy specially selected items, the second one is on us. Now you can feed the whole family for half the price, or one really hungry teenager. So switch to Longo's, because nothing says your family more than giving you a little extra. Check out our flyer in-store or at longos.com. For quality that meets your family standards, trust ours, Longo's.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel neglected or unloved? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
Watch out! Witness hockey's best women in a league of their own.
Ladies, it is no longer impossible. It's a reality. It's a reality.
The historic debut season of the Women's Professional Hockey League on TSN. PWHL lives here.
Overdrive, Toronto's favorite way to drive home. Weekdays 4 to 7 on TSN 1050.
Well, if you're the Toronto Raptors, you want to bottle whatever it was that happened in the first half and keep it going. They have done a terrific job leading at halftime by 35 points, 78-53. Javon, what a half, shooting 60% from the floor, 64% from three.
Yeah, you have to imagine, right? At 60%, shooting 6% from the floor, there's going to be a point where you're going to miss 1 or 2 shots, 3 shots consecutively in this second half, because you imagine that Miami Heat's defense is going to pick up. But how are you going to mitigate those stretches, right? Are you going to shorten those runs from Miami? And I think for the Raptors, this is also part of the growing phase. It's just understanding, okay, it's a game of runs, right? You have a team, have a convincing lead right now. You really have to step on their necks and have even more intensity coming into the second half than you did in the first half.
Don't let them back in it. Third quarter action delivered by 2-for-1 Pizza. Enjoy 2-for-1 Pizza's new Meatball Pizza Classic Meatball Sub Sandwich or delicious oven-baked meatballs today. Call 2-for-1, 2-for-1. Raptor ball front court, moving right to left toward Bay Street, and Emmanuel quickly lays it up and in.
Well, quick actions out of the double team. Quickly catches the basketball, attacks the paint, and at that point, you're coming out of a double on Scotty Barnes. That means the defense is in rotation. Great decision, and gets to his floater.
80-43, Raptors with the lead. Hero, floater in the lane, no good. Rebound knocked away. Here comes quickly. Raptors with numbers on the break. Lobs it up for Scotty. Knocked away by Jimmy Butler. Here comes Miami. Only the third turnover of the night for Toronto. They've yet to allow points off turnovers. Butler back on the drive on Porter. Turns, gets it to Adebayo. Floats it up and in. Miami cuts the lead to 80-45. Important, as you said, Javon, to establish the tone. Barrett, 3, no good. Rebound, Jovic. Off to Hero. Miami in the white, coming front court from left to right. Butler in the lane. Floats it up and in. 80-47. And Darko walks out onto the court. Got his fire hose out. Just, you don't want any sparks catching fire, Javon.
Well, this is exactly what I was talking about, right? You get a couple possessions where you don't get a basket, and then Miami gets out on the other end and scores the basketball. So these are the moments, these are the stretches that you have to limit. Coming out of this right now is where you need a bucket.
Timeout on the floor, 80-47 Toronto, 10:29 third quarter. We listen to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
A record spike in strep infections. This is Omar Sachedina. Tonight on CTV National News, rising concerns over an invasive and sometimes deadly form of the bacteria. Full details tonight at 11 and at ctvnews.ca.
We are summer. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Coming soon, North America's largest indoor boat show, the Toronto International Boat Show. Over 500 exhibitors and 400 seminars. It's Canada's official boating event of the year. January 19th to 28th at the Enercare Center.
We are summer. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
The Toronto Boat Show.
Visit TorontoBoatShow.com.
Owning a 2024 Honda CR-V Touring Hybrid is more than just about amazing performance and capability. It's a feeling, a hybrid of feelings, if you will, like the freedom of adventure that comes with all-wheel drive, or the comforting confidence of Honda sensing safety technology. And with a range of up to 800 kilometers on a single tank, you'll also find that driving it just feels good. Right now, get that Honda feeling and a $1,000 Honda bonus when you lease the CR-V Touring Hybrid for just 4.99% for 30 months OAC, based on combined fuel ratings. In stock now, see HondaOntario.com.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel neglected or unloved? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
There's no better way to drive home than with Hayes, Noodles, and the O-Dog. Overdrive every weekday, 4 to 7 p.m. on TSN 1050.
Back in Toronto, 80-47. Raptors still by 33, a healthy lead, but like we said, Javon, Darko does not like to see any sparks that might catch fire.
Well, you have an opportunity to come out here with a victory, right? So keep your opponent on the ropes, keep jabbing at them, not allowing them to get out of that corner. So early timeout, we've seen Darko take quick timeouts before. He's notorious for that. But this one right here, you got to come back out, and right now get a good possession on the offensive end, get yourself a bucket, and follow that up with a stop.
Raptors front court, right to left toward Bay Street in the red, leading 80-47. Emmanuel quickly, 14 points tonight, gets it to Barnes. Out there with Thad Young, Gary Trent Jr., and R.J. Barrett. Quickly up top, gets it to Barrett, near side. Down low to Scotty Barnes. The double comes, he whip it cross court. Now down low, Thad Young in the lane, has it knocked away, floats it up, it goes in, but it's a shot clock violation. Raptors couldn't get it off, and Miami gets a stop. Jovic back for Miami. Drives into the lane, floats it up and in. 80-49. They always say that when you go down at halftime, you got the same amount of time to do it back. Front court. Thad Young straight away. Off to Gary Trent Jr. Drives, has it knocked away by Lowry. Miami inbound, or Toronto inbound. Get quickly. Kicks to Barnes. Shot clock running down again. Scotty floats it up. No good. Rebound knocked away. Out of bounds by Miami. Lowry trying to convince the ref that it was off Toronto. Kyle scrapping for every call, always. One of those guys, you love him on your team. R.J. Barrett spinning in the lane, lays it up and in.
That's tough. He's on the left side of the court. He's coming off that pin down, gets the ball in his right hand, and spins back to the left.
Adebayo in the lane, lays it up and in. Miami playing with a little bit more pace in the second half, Javon.
As they should, right? The urgency's got to be there. You didn't play a great game in the first half. Well, you've got to pick it up, right? This is a team that has championship aspirations.
Trent drives in the lane. Turnaround jumper, no good. Over Lowry. Rebound knocked away. Barrett has it. Kicks it to Quickly. Drive on Jovic. Tough shot. Knocked away. Lowry runs to the ball. Leans into Quickly. Back comes Miami. Jovic down the lane. Floats it up and in. 82-53. Raptors back front court. Miami definitely playing harder. You can feel it, Javon, the way the game has changed. Thad Young up top. Gets it to Trent. Gary into the corner. Scotty, jumper, no good. Rebound, Jovic. Miami hustling front court. Butler drives, floats it up and in. Darko with another timeout. 27 is the Miami deficit. They cut it a little bit more.
Chipping away at it, chipping away. And Jimmy Butler catches that basketball about 15 feet out and takes it right to Quickly's chest. Great job using the angle off of the glass.
8:02, third quarter, 82-55 Toronto. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
LG Home Comfort has an unbelievable offer. A free heat pump that heats and cools your home. That's right. You get a pump, you get a pump, and you get a pump. LG Home Comfort is making heat pumps free. Just pay the HST. Normally this would cost thousands, but LG Home Comfort has dropped the price of a heat pump with install to the same price as the rebate. But the guaranteed rebate is ending soon, so call today. 1-855-725-PUMP. That's 1-855-725-PUMP. Or visit lghomecomfort.ca.
Hey Raptor fans, what's better than the team winning on the court? A win for the kids and a win for you. When you play the MLSE Foundation 50-50 jackpot, you help communities get kids and youth off the sidelines and onto the court. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. Will you be a winner this season? Only one way to know. Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
There are many peculiar words in the English language. Words like salivigant, peregrinate, nemophilus, peripatetic, and conviviality. Yet, there is no word for getting the most out of winter in your Subaru, thanks to symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive and X-Mode. Until now. We call it unhibernate. As in, while your neighbors stay home, you'll be unhibernating all winter in your Subaru. So peregrinate to your local Subaru dealer today, and welcome to uncommon winter confidence.
TSN 1050. Listen anywhere. Stream your favorite shows in your car. Available on Apple CarPlay via the iHeartRadio app. TSN 1050. Everywhere you want it.
Well, 8:02 to go, third quarter, and if I told you that Toronto was up 82-55, 27 on Miami, you'd say, wow, it's great. It was 36. Miami's cut 9 off that lead. Less than 4 minutes into the third quarter. A dangerous time here, Javon. I know it's a big lead still, and I'm not trying to sound any alarms, but it's just, you can tell Miami's a championship team. They're a little bit ticked off. They've turned it up a little bit.
Well, they're also the team that limits their opponent's field goal attempts, right? And do a good job of limiting their field goal percentage as well. So you know there's that element, the defensive element, where they can turn that switch on if they're the Raptors, right? And then valuing their own possessions.
Schroeder into the ball game for Toronto. Out there with Trent, Barnes, Young, and Barrett, and they've got a moving screen, an offensive foul on Scotty Barnes, an empty trip out of the timeout. Javon, you do not want this thing to get, inside 20 and Miami gaining momentum. I mean, we're not halfway through the quarter yet. Jovic drives in the lane. Underneath, the Butler lays it up and in. Raptors haven't had a hoop in a while. Barrett gets it to Barnes. 3 up top, no good. Tipped up by Thad Young, no good. Out of bounds. It'll stay with Toronto. 7:29 third quarter. Barrett takes the inbound far side. Right wing. Gets it to Thad Young. Now to Schroeder. Drives. Gets into the paint. Schroeder puts it up. Blocked out of bounds by Jovic. Stay with Toronto. 4.6 to go on the shot clock. 7:20 third quarter. Barnes inbound, baseline left, near side. Gets it to Thad Young. On the drive, fall away, jumper, short. Rebound, Hero. Raptors with only 2 points so far in this half. Miami's outscored them 12-2.
Yeah, well, I think they have to keep it simple, right? Get back to what was working in the first half, and that was just really attacking Tyler Hero. Finding those matchups, creating switches where you had post options. You had Scotty Barnes with his back on Tyler Hero and taking advantage of that.
Thad Young in the lane, kicks it out. And they're saying the shot clock should go back to 12. Ben Taylor signaling that, I guess, the ball hit the rim. So the Raptors will inbound sideline right, far wing. Barnes on the inbound. Off to Trent. Screen and roll with Scotty, far side. Trent kicks to Barnes. Shot clock at 3. He's got to go. Deep 3 in the air. Rattles, doesn't go down. You can feel the crowd even, Javon, a little pensive right now.
Yeah, the air is taken out of the arena.
Adebayo underneath the Butler, knocked away by Thad Young. They're working Jimmy Butler along the baseline there. Get the ball into the high post, mid post, and then look for Jimmy down low.
Grinded out game, right? Nothing that the Heat have done has been sexy or pretty, but just really bully ball right now on the offensive end.
Lowry to inbound. Gets it to Hero, far side. Dribbles up into the lane, floats it up and in. 82-61. The lead is 21. That's 15 points off the lead. Miami's cut. Quickly to Schroeder. Down low to Thad Young. Back to Schroeder. To Thad Young in the lane. Kicks it. They swing it. Barrett 3. No good. Rebound Tyler Hero. Now Toronto can't score. Hero tries to find Jimmy Butler and throws it out of bounds. That pass, a little bit too much juice. 5:50 to go, and to say Darko felt this with those first 2 timeouts, Javon, is an understatement. Quickly up top. The Raptors do look a bit tentative. On the bounce, straight away, quickly. Gets it to Barrett, back to Quickly. Floater in the lane, no good. Rebound knocked away, Raptors get it back. Barrett drives in the lane, lays it up, no good, but the foul on Adebayo. Love RJ. Downhill, I'm getting to the basket, I'm getting a layup or free throws.
I'm going to get there, right? That's Mr. I'm going to get there. And right now what's happening with the Raptors is the first half, the ball was moving and they were getting shots. They were actually knocking shots down. But the second half here, there's a mix of things. Shots aren't dropping, and they're trying to figure out, okay, where do I go for the offense? Where do I go for the shot? Who's going to create the offense for us? And everybody's so unselfish right now, and they're all trying to, make the extra pass, get to the other guy, but nobody's just really taking the responsibility to say, okay, here, I'm going to get you 2 buckets, and we're going to get rolling like that. And the Heat are coming on the other end, and they're really just forcing it down and being trippy, being gritty, and playing bully basketball.
2 points. Make it 3 points in the first 6.5 minutes for Toronto. We're talking about what the largest scoring quarter was. Wonder what the lowest scoring quarter is. They got 3 points with 5 minutes, 20 seconds to go, third quarter. Lowry to Jovic, 3, far side, good. 83-64, it's at 19. We got a ball game, folks. I don't care what the score says. Schroeder gets it to Barrett up top. Drive on Jimmy Butler into the lane. RJ floats it up. Back rim, no good. Gets his rebound. Floats that one up, and it touches every part of the rim and goes in. Darko says, get back and play zone.
RJ's relentless, right? Not many guys are going to see Jimmy Butler and post him up and think, okay, I'm gonna play through Jimmy Butler.
Jovic fouled on the baseline by Thad Young.
Raptors number 21, Thaddeus Young, with his first.
I wonder if the Raptors were truly set in that defensive zone sequence, Javon. Looked like they were scrambling a little bit. 85-64. Jovic free throw good.
Gary Trent Jr. is back into the game for the Raptors. He's in for Scotty Barnes.
Barnes out.
Returns for the Heat. In for Bam Adebayo.
And in comes Gary Trent Jr. Jovic misses a second free throw, rebound to Toronto. Schroeder up the far side, right wing. 4:35, third quarter. 85-65 Toronto. Trent to Quickly. Down low to Barrett. Kicks it up top. Schroeder swing. Trent 3. Bang, bang. Down the bottom of the well. A welcome relief for Raptor fans. They lead by 23.
Dennis Schroeder, 6 assists. Catches that basketball, shove it past. The awareness to know that you have, Gary Trent Jr. on your right side. Get it right to him. He's 5 for 6 from the three-point line.
Butler misses the shot. RJ with the contest. Here comes Schroeder, front court. Gets it to Trent. Gary Trent Jr. with the start tonight has 19 points. Deep 3, no good. Here comes Miami. Butler misses, but it's tipped up and in by Hero, running the floor. .335, third quarter, 88-67. Toronto by 21, but uneasiness in the ranks. Schroeder gets it to Thad Young. High post, near side to a cutting Schroeder. Has it knocked away. Here comes Miami. Jovic hustles it up the court. Drive, kick to the corner. Lowry 3, no good. Rebound, Jimmy Butler. In the lane, Butler to Jovic. Lays it up, no good. Tipped up, no good. Butler with the rebound, no good. Rebound tipped up twice. Jovic puts it up, no good. Finally, the Raptors grab the rebound. They're going to call a loose ball foul on Gary Trent Jr.
Loose ball foul, Raptors number 33, Gary Trent Jr. Number 0, Josh Richardson is back in the game for the Heat.
Well, Miami just relentless on that offensive glass. I didn't think that was a foul. Butler sold that.
I didn't think it was either. Right, but Jimmy, the first 2 possessions that they came up with offensive rebounds, it was impressive that Jimmy goes up in the air, and he's not trying to reach to the ball with one hand. He's going up there with 2 hands to corral the basketball.
88-67. Hero 3, no good. Rebound Barrett. Outlet quickly up the near side, left wing. 2:50, third quarter. RJ drives in the lane, floats it up, no good, but the foul called. And they got it on Jovic. Eric Spoelstra walking away, looking like a stick-up victim in a bank, saying to Robert Hussey, no way, no way. I don't know if you believe it, challenge it then.
Wait, you want to try and understand where he's coming from, but the first part is stopping R.J. Barrett early, right? If Miami has any chance, you let him get the wheels moving, you let him get downhill, then you've already compromised yourself, and it's tough to guard him in full speed at his size, his physicality, using his strength. And here he does a good job of the Euro step, and everybody thinks he's going left on it, but he gets to his right hand, right? So catches you by surprise, but the job has to be done early before you can, say anything to the officials about the fouls late.
2:47. That's what's left, the third quarter. Barrett, second free throw, no good. Rebound Boucher, and he's fouled on the way back up. Instant energy off the bench, Chris Boucher. And he'll go to the line for 2.
CB, the last man standing.
Raptors with 8 points in the first 9:34 or 9:24 of the third quarter. Schroeder gets it into Quickly. Now to Barrett. Turns the corner. Back to Quickly. Shot clock at 9. Works near side. Got Hero on the switch. Go to work. Drives. Beats him. Finds Barrett. Cutting to the lane. RJ lays it in. 90-67 Toronto. 24 for Rowan Barrett Jr. Robinson in the lane. Stops, kicks it out to Josh Richardson. 2:15 third quarter. Richardson pull up, elbow jumper, no good. Great contest by Schroeder, rebound to Quickly. Raptors on the run. Quickly, stutter dribble, gets into the lane, has it picked off by Josh Richardson. Back on the drive, Richardson drive, lays it up, no good. Ball knocked out of bounds by Adebayo. It'll be Toronto ball.
Well, that's where Quickly has to get better. We've noticed it on a couple of attacks to the rim. He's quick, he's explosive, gets to the rack, but just really using his body as a shield, getting stronger. Even there, almost gets picked off, right, just by not being aware and the defense just bumping him.
90-67. Raptors leading 140 third quarter. Porter gets it to Barrett. RJ into the lane. Floats it up, no good, but fouled by Josh Richardson. RJ relentless on his attack. And he will get the bump and get the foul called. Ben Taylor with the emphatic call in favor of Toronto.
Well, this is RJ's 10th and 11th free throw on the night.
First one, no good. It's not a bad thing developing a reputation as a guy who likes the contact and can get to the line.
Well, the best scorers in the game get to the free throw line. Just have a knack for drawing fouls, and RJ's one of those guys. It's going to be, it's special to see and exciting to see how his game expands when he has more room, just to explore and open up his game.
25 tonight for Barrett. Raptors lead 91-67. Schroeder with the steal. Here comes Quickly. Hit ahead to Boucher. Lays it up. No good. Chris had a great run. Got right to the rack and couldn't finish. Back comes Martin. Into the corner. Robinson. Shot fake. Kick out. Martin drive. Cut off by Barrett. Kicks it into the near corner. Hero. Shot fake. Fly by. Knocks down the 3. I am never a fan of the flyby. If the guy's going to shoot it, he's going to shoot it. Don't give him more time to get his rhythm. Quickly 3 back. Good. Down the bottom of the well for IQ.
Trade those right now, 3 for 3.
94-70 Toronto. Martin up top, working on Boucher. Into the corner, Duncan Robinson 3 is good. 94-73. Raptors by 21, 40 seconds, third quarter. Quickly, on the bounce, far side, into the lane on Richardson, puts it up, blocked. Wanted the contact, didn't get it. Here comes Hero. Miami's cut 15 off the lead. It was 36, it's now 21. Shot clock at 10, game clock at 16. Hero drives, leads in on quickly. The short jumper, no good. Rebound Boucher. 10 seconds to go, third quarter. Schroeder, front court. Gets it to Porter. Tries to kick it cross court. It's knocked away, and the Raptors don't get a shot off. So their lead is 21. 94-73. Toronto, last lap of the track coming up. Let's take a break. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball across the TSN radio network.
Love meatballs? You could have spaghetti and meatballs, but why have a dish where they're mentioned second, like an afterthought? With 2-for-1 Pizza's new meatball menu, meatballs are the star of the show with dishes like meatball pizza, with meatballs, green peppers, and red onions starting at just $11.99, or their classic meatball sandwich on 6-inch toasted garlic bread smothered in classic tomato sauce and mozzarella from just $9.99. Order online at 2for1pizza.com.
Welcome aboard this Air France radio message. Until February the 6th, enjoy fares at the very best prices during the Air France Rendezvous and benefit from our 90 years of experience of in-flight fine dining, design and comfort. Our very best 90th anniversary fares have just landed. Book your flight to Paris starting at $855 return from Toronto, tax included. Elegance is a journey. Air France. Travel from January 24th to June 22nd or from September 18th to October 31st, 2024. See conditions at airfrance.ca.
Hi, I'm Randy Hanatko, founder of Train West Management and Consulting. Few careers offer what a sales career can. No barriers to entry, always in demand, and the opportunity for unlimited income. So why do we meet so many annoying and unprofessional salespeople? Because they never had professional training to learn modern selling the right way. For 18 years, we've been training professional salespeople to reach their full potential. If you're deadly serious about becoming an elite salesperson, visit trainwest.ca today.
Making your lousy commute fun. Overdrive with Hayes Noodles and the O-Dog every weekday, 4 to 7 p.m. on TSN 1050.
Fourth quarter, last lap of the track. Raptors leading 94-73. And it's that time, Javon. Got to put your foot down. Raptors will make some subs and go to the bench. And we'll tell you that the fourth quarter is brought to you by CMC Markets. Take your trading to the next level with $0 commission on stocks. Time to go here, Javon, if you're the Raptors. Really important to establish something at the start of this quarter. Maybe reestablish something.
Yeah, well, you lost that third quarter by 14, and you got to come back out right now and have the energy shift. Grady Dick checking in, and he played some good minutes in that first half. Got to have that same energy, that same focus. Chris Boucher on the floor, Porter, Emmanuel quickly with Scotty Barnes.
Adebayo underneath to Duncan Robinson. The Raptors did not communicate on the back screen.
Yeah, Chris Boucher and Grady Dick there, just no communication. Duncan Robinson just getting by. Easy layup.
Barnes up top. Gets it to Porter. Now to Grady. Drives, finds quickly. Shot clock at 8. Drives right, quickly to Grady. And he got called on a travel. Fake left, went right, moved his feet. Lead is 19, and that was an empty trip for Toronto. 40 seconds into the fourth quarter. You can feel Raptor fans holding their breath right now. All that money they put in the bank is slowly dissipating. Adebayo in the lane. Knocks it down. The Raptor lead cut in half. They were up 36. It's now 17, more than half. Scotty Barnes, though, drives near side, lays it in. Left wing, 96-77. Miami ball, front court, in the white, left to right. Adebayo has it knocked away and stolen by Scotty Barnes. Here comes Scotty up the far side, right wing. On the bounce against Hero, drives, gets into the lane, has it taken away. No foul called. Back comes Miami. Robinson drives into the corner. Richardson three, short. Rebound on the ground to Boucher. Quickly, front court. On the drive, IQ. Gets it to Porter. His three up top, no good. Long rebound. Tyler Hero. Up the far side, Hero. 10 minutes to go in the game. 96-77 Toronto. Hero misses the jumper, and Martin was ready to run back on defense. Boucher mistimed his jump. It landed right in Martin's hands for an easy bucket. 96-79. And they've got an illegal screen on Grady Dick. R.J. Barrett coming back in. Gary Trent Jr. coming back in. Darko looking for a combination to spark the Raptors again. You said it, Javon, a few minutes ago. The energy has totally dissipated from this building.
Yeah, and you know, the reality is you have a 20-point lead at the time. That's all you need to really muster up and come out with a victory, just playing off of energy, managing the clock, right? You have 12 minutes, and now you're down to 9:30.
Quickly, floater in the lane, no good. Raptors can't make shots. Adebayo down Main Street, jams it down.
Yeah, and when you're not making shots, you can't give up straight line dunks like that, baseline to baseline, right? There's got to be some resistance.
96-81, 9:10 to go. Clock can't go fast enough for Raptor fans. Barnes turns and fires it out of bounds. The Raptors really becoming unglued right now.
Yeah, unglued, and these are the minutes that we were talking about early in the pregame, right? Just playing through these moments, being in these moments. Who's stepping up right now? Right, there's no Pascal, there's no OG, there's no Fred anymore. This is for Scotty Barnes. This is for, Gary Trent Jr. These are for the young guys right now to step up, elevate their game, and just gain this experience.
Robinson leans in, kicks it out. Richardson up top, gets it to Adebayo, guarded by Thad Young. Bam, on the bounce, shot fake, leans in, throws it up, no good. I thought he traveled on that lean in. But Thad Young going to be called on the foul.
It's funny how guys bite on those fakes right there, because Thad is defending, but Bam, just this hard fake. There's no way that Bam could have got up into a jump shot from that fake.
He traveled on it too. 96-81. Free throw good by Bam. Lead is 14. And there's still a ton of time to go, 8:45. Raptors had 78 points at half. They've got 96 now. Thad Young up top. Raptors down up 96-83, 13. It feels like they're down though. Barnes drives. Trent three. Good. Down the bottom of the well for Gary Trent Jr.
Gary having himself a game. 22 points, 6 for 7 from the three-point line. And all the shots he's taken have been really good. Really rhythm shots, walking shots off the pass.
Richardson back, lays it in. 99-85. Raptors by 14. We tick towards 8 minutes, fourth quarter. Barnes on the dribble against Richardson. Gets it into the near corner to Schroeder on Martin. Schroeder drives, step back, kicks it out to Barnes. Shot clock at 5. Scotty drive, turnaround, tough jumper, goes down. Wow.
He bobbled it. He lost control of it. Gathered it. He's just so long, right? Because when he gathers it, the defense is still at a distance, and he just elevates into his jump shot with that slight lean.
101-85, Toronto by 16. Adebayo in the lane. Kicks to Richardson, open 3, near side, no good. Rebound, Boucher. Outlet Schroeder up the near side, left wing. Raptors in the red, right to left toward Bay Street. Schroeder up top to Barnes. 7:10 to go, fourth quarter, 101-85 Toronto. Barnes drives in the lane, kick to Schroeder. 3, down the bottom of the well. Little space for Toronto. It's 19, 104-85, timeout Miami.
The last 2 possessions is really reminiscent of that first half of basketball where the ball was moving, getting to the paint. You get some drives, kicks, rhythm, walk-in shots. You know, last one, Gary Trent Jr., and now you have Dennis Schroeder knocking it down. Easy plays, easy rhythms, easy rhythm shots, and these guys are rolling again.
Sean Paul in the background, right temperature. And if you're the Raptor fan, it's cold outside but hot in here. 104-85. 7:05 left in the ball game. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
A record spike in strep infections. This is Omar Sachedina. Tonight on CTV National News, rising concerns over an invasive and sometimes deadly form of the bacteria. Full details tonight at 11 and at ctvnews.ca.
Alpine News Network is here live with one of our superheroes.
It's a bird. It's a plane. Oh, it's just me helping the city with my super strength. And help is what we did for Dave and Keith. They wanted a new living room and were approved for a home renovation loan. I'm invited to their next potluck, and I'm bringing my famous hero dip. I basically just melt a jar of cheese with my super heat vision.
Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Just for license 12616.
Not all self-care is created equal. A quick bite, a guilty pleasure, a second to ourselves. Discover a different kind of self-care at Thermea Spa Village Whitby. A world of restorative Nordic rituals awaits. Drift weightlessly in the Kala pool. Indulge your senses with an Aufguss performance and savor an authentic gourmet dining experience. Prioritize your own wellness. Take good care. Book your visit today at thermea.com/Whitby.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel neglected or unloved? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
TSN 1050. Listen anywhere. Stream your favorite shows on your smart speaker. Simply tell your smart speaker to listen to TSN 1050 everywhere you want it.
Paul Jones, Javon Shepard, Andrew Drover here, courtside up top. Josh Lippa alongside, looking after Jim Taddy and Warren Ward. You'll hear from Josh Lewinberg along with those two guys in the postgame. Owen Hall, Matt Cardadero back at Raptors Central. 104-85 Toronto. 19-point lead, 7:05 to go. Raptors still a little uneasy. Up 19, 7:05 to go because the lead was at one juncture, 37. Lowry, front court. Down to the baseline, gets Martin on the cut, still in the lane, and they finally call it 3 seconds. He was in there about 7.
Might have been 7, might have been 8.
He cut into the lane, caught the ball, dribbled it, faked a few times. Looked like something reminiscent of Dancing with the Stars, and then finally got called for the 3 seconds.
Good recovery by Chris Boucher and just staying disciplined, staying vertical, but I don't know what he was thinking.
Barnes in the lane on Adebayo, walks Bam down and puts it in.
That's the walk me down. The Scotty Barnes walk me down.
106-85, Toronto by 21. 6.5 to go. We approach the top of the stretch. Adebayo to Robinson. Deep 3 up top. Good. Duncan Robinson knocks down the triple. Barnes up top, 106-88, Toronto by 18. Thad Young, near side, left wing, backs in on Martin. Kicks out to Schroeder, deep three in the air. No good, it goes up and over the backboard. It'll be Miami ball.
Number 22, Jimmy Butler, he's back into the game for the Heat. He's in for Caleb Mark. Gary Trent Jr. returns for Toronto. In for Chris Boucher.
So Boucher will sit down. Miami will bring it front court. Adebayo between the circles, gets it to Robinson near side. Drives into the lane, floats it up and in. 106-90, 16-point lead, 5:40 to go. Got to keep playing if you're Toronto. Barnes drives in the lane. On Adebayo, walks him down, score it again, and send him to the line for one more. He says, Bam, I know you're a defensive player of the year candidate, but take this one with you.
That's so tough because he's dribbling to the right hand. He spins back over that right shoulder, and that's the inside hand in the chest of Bam, and just so strong, right? The concentration, the follow through, the touch on the finish. Scotty in the last 3 minutes has really taken over this game, and this is what you want to see, right? This is a part of it. This is what we're going to see for the next year and a half, is Scotty just become the guy, become a guy.
Back comes Miami, trailing 109-90, 5:20 to go inside the top of the stretch. Adebayo to Lowry. Catch and shoot three, no good. Rebound, Gary Trent Jr. wrestles it away from Richardson. Scotty walks it up the court, left-hand dribble, right palm facing the ground, saying, hold on, let's do something. Schroeder has it now. Far side. Knocked away into the backcourt. Thad Young retrieves it. Shot clock at 5. Barnes squares up on Adebayo. Shakes him, gets into the lane. Fall away, jumper, no good. Rebound knocked away. Scotty runs it down. Schroeder swings it. They tried to get it to Trent, and Duncan Robinson tipped it out of bounds.
Shot clock 11.
Raptors inbound. Shot clock at 10. 4:40 to go in the game. Barnes in the lane. Kicks it out. Trent deep three. Bang! Down the bottom of the well. Gary is 7 of 8 from distance tonight. He's got 25, and that is another shovel of dirt on Miami.
Yeah, Gary Trent Jr., he's a different player when he's getting touches, right? He's more involved. He's more engaged. And even the quality of the shots, he trusts that it's going to get to him. Solid base on the catch, and you can just see the arc and the rotation on the shot.
.434 to go. Let's take a break. 112-90 Toronto. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
Not meeting new people during the COVID lockdown is why engagement ring sales were soft for 3 years.
Which explains why diamond prices are so low worldwide.
Now that the lockdown has been over for 39 months, we set a new record for engagement ring sales in December.
Just like you said we would. Valentine's Day is on the way.
A great time to get engaged.
Diamond prices are still low, low, low.
Why settle for a smaller diamond when you can get a bigger one for the same price?
Spence, located in Bond, Scarborough, and Mississauga.
TSN takes you courtside for the NBA's biggest moments.
Wow, incredible!
From the biggest stars.
LeBron! Put it on the poster, Scotty B!
All season long.
Hello!
The NBA lives on TSN. Picture this, a snowy morning, and you're staring at where your driveway used to be. Your neighbor's Toyota RAV4 with all-wheel drive cruises by, unfazed, making winter look easy. You're thinking, that should be me. Yes, it should. It's time to upgrade your winter. It's time to Toyota. Lease a 2024 RAV4 LE all-wheel drive from $95 weekly for 60 months at 6.69% with $3,700 down. They're in stock now. Visit shoptoyota.ca or your local Ontario Toyota dealer today.
Don't brave the winter weather. Stay in and enjoy the Voila magic with our Delivery Pass trial. No commitment and a month of unlimited free deliveries. Just like that. Voila, we deliver Sobeys, Longos, Farm Boy, and more. See terms and conditions at voila.ca.
First up with Korolnik and Koliakovo. Weekday morning 6 till 10 on TSN 1050.
You ain't first, you're last.
.434 to go in the ball game. 112-90. The Raptors leading Miami. The Heat have never led. The Raptors looking for a wire-to-wire victory as R.J. Barrett just sticks out his right palm to Darko. They slap 5, and R.J. said, "We got you, coach. We're going to take this thing home." Here comes Miami, front court. Moving from left to right in the white uniforms. Lowry, corner 3, no good. Rebound, Scotty Barnes. Scotty will walk it up over the midcourt line. Tries to find Trent, does. Trent back to Barnes. Shot clock at 10. 4:10 to go in the game. Scotty on the dribble against Duncan Robinson into the corner. Barrett drives underneath. Thad Young floats it up. No good, but he's fouled. And the Raptors milked every second out of that one, Javon. Foul will go on Josh Richardson. Raptors still shooting 51% and 19 of 35 from beyond the arc. Thad Young, free throw, first one, no good. Thad takes the bounces, second one up and down, 113-90. Raptors lead by 23. Butler in the lane, kicks it out to Lowry. Up top, Robinson to Adebayo. Drives on Thad Young. Thad cuts him off. Down low, Thad with great defense. Adebayo lays it in and is fouled.
Well, Thad made Bam work for that. He made him work the shot clock down, keep his dribbling. I'm telling you, that old man strength is a different type of strength because Bam didn't just move, and a lot of times when Bam gets the ball in the post, he just displaces the defender, right? That did a good job of low center of gravity, keeping an angle, and really trying to dictate, where Bam got. Now, credit Bam for, a move, patience, and getting him deep enough under the rim that you pick up the foul to and one.
Missed the free throw.
Got to close it out, though.
That'll feed the house. 113-92. Raptors with a 21-point lead. Barnes up top. Got Duncan Robinson sizing him up. Scotty on the bounce. Walks him into the lane. Oh, great pass to Thad Young. No look pass by Scotty, and Thad lays it in. 3:15 to go. Down the stretch we come. 115-92 Toronto. Adebayo to Lowry near side. Kyle on the dribble. Cross court, Robinson. Drive to Adebayo. Jumper in the air, no good. All Raptors on the glass. Scotty Barnes plucks it down. 20 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists for Scotty tonight. Brings the ball front court. Barnes drives, cross court. Trent 3, got it. 8 for 9 from the land beyond. Gary splashes another one in the bottom of the well. 10 of 13 tonight, 28 points. Robinson in the lane, has it stripped by Thad Young. Here comes R.J. Barrett on the run. R.J. drives, fouled by Lowry. So R.J. going to go to the line for 2 shots. Toronto has come out with a purpose, Javon. They had a little bit of a lull, a little bit of a letdown, but they've turned it on a bit coming home. 2:21 to go. Raptors leading 118-92. RJ missed the first free throw. 6 of 12 tonight.
We're going to get some bench mob action.
Yep. Jalen McDaniels.
Freeman Liberty.
Javon Freeman Liberty. Garrett Temple. Grady Dick. And Jonte Porter coming in. McDaniels waiting to give RJ Barrett a break. Back-to-back, Chicago in the building tomorrow night, and we'll be here with you. RJ's second free throw good. Give the young man 26 on the night. 119-92. Richardson, 3 up top, knocks it down for Miami. $119.95. Barrett drive, kick to Garrett Temple, 3, no good. Rebound to Miami. On the drive, Cole Swider lays it in. Raptors called a timeout to get the rest of the bench people in. We'll keep it here with 1:48 to go, and the Raptors leading 119-97. Well, you get a free slice as the Heat missed a free throw. Everyone scores a slice.
Does that include us?
Scan the code, brother. So Toronto, as I said, with a bit of a turbulent, tumultuous day, is going to right the ship and come out with a win as they are going to go wire to wire against Miami. I give the Raptors credit. First game in the new era, but now the work starts, Javon. Now the work starts.
New day, new era, new opportunity, new potential. New potential. And it should be exciting, right? You got to embrace the ups and downs and the newness.
Temple, Freeman Liberty, Boucher, McDaniels, and Grady. Grady up top. Off to Javon Freeman Liberty. Pull up, jumper, free throw line, no good. Rebound, Highsmith. Jovic brings it front court. Gets it to Orlando Robinson near side. Back to Swider. Cole Swider, not afraid. Fires it up, no good. Rebound knocked away. Here comes Toronto. Grady Dick, far side. Up to Temple, to McDaniels. 3 in the air, no good. Rebound Jovic. Under a minute to go. Long upcourt pass tipped away by McDaniels. Here comes Toronto. Boucher to McDaniels. Now gets it to Temple. Dribble handoff, Javon Freeman Liberty. On the dribble, into the lane. Floats it up, no good. Gets his rebound, puts it back up and in. Young man was determined to get on the score sheet.
Listen, he said he's coming in to get himself a bucket, and I don't blame him. Get yours, young fella.
Garrett Temple makes the steal. 25 seconds to go. The Raptors are going to have to give it up. Darko says no shot. We're going to take the turnover.
I know Freeman Liberty. He's mad. He's got to be. He wanted to get one more up.
Why not? He got 3 up in 2 minutes. The Raptors will take the turnover. One that I don't think should count for the stats. But all the other stats are in Toronto's favor tonight. It's a victory in the first game of the new era. Toronto 121, Miami 97.
A great start. right? You're talking about all the emotions coming into this game. And this team came out with some fire. You didn't really know what to expect. Shot the basketball well. I thought defensively, they really locked in. Played the pick and rolls really well. Doubled down on Jimmy Butler in the corners. Rotations were crisp. And at the half, they just really had this Miami team shoot the basketball poorly, and they typically shoot the three ball well, right? They had that third quarter where, they didn't play as well coming out, but turned it up in the fourth. And I really like that Scotty Barnes, right? He knows he's the guy. This is your team now, Scotty. And took the challenge, accepted it, put the team back on his back, and they rode off into sunset.
Well, he is putting on the headset for the first time. We're right here in front of you, youngster.
Oh.
One of the rare places.
You too? Oh, my goodness.
Hey, man.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey, just remember, you're getting paid for this, okay?
Yeah, oh, my goodness. All right, here we go.
RJ Barrett. I called him Mississauga's finest, but a lot of other guys texting me saying, hold on a second. So we'll make it one of Mississauga's finest, but the finest effort tonight, RJ. 9 of 14, 26 points, 8 rebounds. I mean, you're young, but you've seen the business side of the league with all of this happening today. Yeah. How do you settle yourself and say, man, I just got to play ball tonight?
Yeah, I mean, this team, obviously, Pascal going away is just like, it's crazy. He's been here for like 9 years, won a championship. So he's definitely missed. But, we have guys here, and we're just trying to fight to be better every game. We didn't really make shots last game, and then today we came out firing. So, it was good to get that win.
We haven't had you here since, the trade happened and you're back home. What has that mix of emotions been like for you to obviously be playing for your hometown team?
Yeah, no, man, it's great. I'm so happy. I've been feeling the love, and I'm enjoying being a Raptor. And like I said, good to get a win tonight, and hopefully we get many more.
RJ, how do you see your role changing now that you're in Toronto? It looks like you got a little more freedom, and you got your groove on now.
I'm running around out there. I'm just playing. I got to make a free throw, though. Sheesh. I look like Shep out there.
Wow, this is crazy. That's where we went.
I'm glad you said it and I didn't. RJ, good luck tomorrow night against Chicago. We'll see you in the building. Great job tonight.
Thank you. Shooting free throws like Shep in Michigan.
Man, get out of here.
That coming from a Duke guy, and a happy Duke guy at that. 121-97 is the final. The Raptors defeat the Miami Heat, and they get set to host the Chicago Bulls tomorrow night on the rare home back-to-back. Jim Taddy, Warren Ward up next on the postgame. For all of us here on the broadcast, we say thank you for listening. Raptors win at 121-97. This has been Tangerine Raptors basketball across the TSN radio network. Postgame up next. Good night from the floor of Scotiabank Arena.
The National Basketball Association on SiriusXM. For a full list of games and channels, go to SiriusXM.com/NB.
14 and Internet 880, Magic on Internet 901. 7:30 p.m. Toronto Raptors take on the Miami Heat. Raptors on Sirius and XM channels 167, Internet 907. Heat on Internet 895. 8 p.m. New Orleans Pelicans take on the Charlotte Hornets. Pelicans on Sirius 161, XM 216 and Internet 898. Hornets on Internet 883. 8:30 p.m. LA Lakers take on the Dallas Mavericks. Lakers on Sirius 162, XM 217 and Internet 893. Mavericks on Internet 886. 9 p.m. Utah Jazz face the Golden State Warriors. Jazz on Sirius 109, XM 202 and Internet 908. Warriors on Internet 889. 10 p.m. Portland Trailblazers take on the Brooklyn Nets. Blazers on Sirius and XM channels 86, Internet 904. Nets on Internet 882. In NCAA College men's basketball, 7 p.m., Kentucky faces Mississippi State, with the Kentucky feed on Sirius 119, XM 191, and Internet 962. Mississippi on XM 380, Internet 970. 7 p.m., LSU takes on Ole Miss. LSU on Sirius 106, XM 190, and Internet 961. Ole Miss on XM 381, Internet 971. 7 p.m., Miami takes on Florida State. Miami feed on XM 383, Internet 973. Florida State on XM 382, Internet 972. 7 p.m., Rutgers takes on Nebraska on XM and Internet 372. 7 p.m., UConn faces Creighton. UConn feed on Sirius XM and Internet channels 84. Creighton on Sirius XM and Internet channels 81. 7 p.m., Virginia faces Virginia Tech. Virginia feed on Sirius 158, XM 193 and Internet 955. Virginia Tech on XM 386, Internet 976. 8 p.m. Oklahoma faces West Virginia. Oklahoma on Sirius XM and Internet channels 83. West Virginia on XM 384, Internet 974. 8 p.m. Texas faces UCF. Texas feed on Sirius 210, XM 199 and Internet 953. UCF on XM 385, Internet 975. 9 p.m. Arizona State faces UCLA. Arizona State feed on XM 391, Internet 981. UCLA on XM 390, Internet 980. 9 p.m. DePaul faces Providence on XM 388, Internet 978. 9 p.m. Houston faces Texas Tech. Houston feed on Sirius XM and Internet channels 84. Texas Tech on XM 380, Internet 970. 9 p.m. North Carolina takes on Louisville with the North Carolina feed on Sirius 158, XM 193 and Internet 955. Louisville on XM 387, Internet 977. 9 p.m. Northwestern faces Maryland. Northwestern feed on XM and Internet 372. Maryland on XM 389, Internet 979. 9 p.m. Vanderbilt takes on Auburn. Vanderbilt's on Sirius 106, XM 190 and Internet 961. Auburn's on Sirius 119, XM 191 and Internet 962. 10 p.m. Arizona takes on USC. Arizona on Sirius XM and Internet channels 83. USC on XM and Internet 373. 11 p.m. San Diego State takes on Nevada with the San Diego State feed on Sirius XM and Internet channels 81. Nevada on XM 382, Internet 972.
Follow every second of the action on NHL Network Radio. From behind the bench to every play on the ice. If it's hockey, it's on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. SiriusXM 91.
I'm Mick Kern with It Happened in Baseball. The Dodgers left Brooklyn, relocated to Los Angeles in time for the 1958 season, a move some people back east have never forgiven them for. Nonetheless, life in the California sun proved to be beneficial for the old Trolley Dodgers, as they've won the World Series 5 times since moving. They only managed to turn that trick once back in Brooklyn. The LA Dodgers also enjoyed a run of success at developing rookies. From 1979 to 1982, a Dodger freshman took home the National League Rookie of the Year honor. In 1979, it was pitcher Rick Sutcliffe, who was taken 21st overall by LA in the 74 amateur draft. He had a couple of cups of coffee with the team before emerging that season with an impressive 17-10 record. Sutcliffe will go on to win the 1984 Cy Young Award as top NL pitcher, but he was with the Cubs by then. In 1980, another Dodger pitcher, Steve Howe, was top rookie. Taken 16th overall in the 79 draft, Howe went 7-9 with 17 saves in his inaugural season. A year later, maybe the most famous of all Dodger rookie pitchers was none other than Fernando Valenzuela. The native of Mexico exploded onto the scene, going 13-7 in the shortened 1981 season. He had 11 complete games and 8 shutouts. That also nabbed him the Cy Young Award. Valenzuela went 3-1 in the postseason as the Dodgers won the 1981 World Series. Steve Sachs didn't pitch, but he still won Rookie of the Year honors for LA in 82. The second baseman hit .282 in 150 games. For It Happened in Baseball, in LA, I'm Mick Kern.
Hear it all on demand. Your favorite shows, your favorite games. Don't miss a second of your favorite SiriusXM programming on demand with the SiriusXM app. Download it now for free.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM sports schedule for Wednesday, January the 17th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In NCAA College Women's Basketball, 7 p.m., Maryland takes on Ohio State on Sirius 132, XM 195, and Internet 957. 7:30, TCU faces Kansas State on Sirius 211, XM 200, and Internet 954. 8 p.m., Indiana takes on Minnesota on Sirius XM and Internet channels 85. 8:30 p.m., Seton Hall faces UConn on Sirius 146, XM 201, and Internet 964. In the NHL, 7 p.m., New Jersey Devils take on the Montreal Canadiens. Devils on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 937. Canadians on Internet 935. 7 p.m., Florida Panthers face the Detroit Red Wings. Panthers on Sirius 208, XM 219, and Internet 932. Red Wings on Internet 930. 7:30 p.m., Buffalo Sabres face the Chicago Blackhawks. Sabres on Sirius 209, XM 220, and Internet 923. Blackhawks on Internet 926. In the FA Cup, 2:45 p.m., Everton takes on Crystal Palace on Sirius XM and Internet channels 157. In tennis action, catch full coverage of the Australian Open starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on XM 392, Internet 982. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM sports schedule for Wednesday, January the 17th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In NCAA college women's basketball, 7 p.m., Maryland takes on Ohio State on Sirius 132, XM 195, and Internet 957. 7:30, TCU faces Kansas State on Sirius 211, XM